Let me ask you something. When you look at your hands or see your reflection, do you notice those little dark spots that weren't there years ago? We call them age spots, liver spots, or sunspots. But what if I told you they don't have to be a permanent fixture of getting older? Did you know that age spots can be significantly reduced using one simple mineral? A mineral that your body already knows and needs. Stick around to find out exactly how this humble powerhouse works its magic. In today's video, we're diving deep into a natural solution that can help you combat age spots effectively, especially if you're in your vibrant 60s, 70s, or beyond. We're not talking about expensive, harsh chemical peels or complicated laser treatments. We're talking about a science-backed, accessible mineral that can help restore your skin's natural clarity and radiance from the inside out and the outside in. Now, before we get into the heart of it, if you're passionate about aging with grace, health, and vitality, please consider clicking that subscribe button and the little notification bell. Our community is all about sharing wisdom for our best years, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. All right, let's talk about the challenge, age spots. The official dermatological term for them is solar lentiginous, and that name itself gives us a huge clue about their origin. Solar, meaning from the sun. Many people struggle with age spots as they age, which can affect their confidence and overall appearance. It's a common story. You've lived a full life, maybe spent wonderful summers outdoors with your family, gardened, played golf, or simply enjoyed the sunshine. All that living adds up, and our skin keeps a record. These spots typically appear on the areas most exposed to the sun over the years: the face, the back of the hands, the shoulders, the upper back, and the forearms. For many, they are a frustrating reminder of passing time and can make one feel self-conscious. So what's really happening under your skin? Think of it this way. Your skin has cells called melanocytes. Their job is to produce a pigment called melanin. Melanin is what gives your skin its color and provides some protection against the sun's ultraviolet or UV rays. When you get a tan, that's your melanocytes producing extra melanin to shield your skin from sun damage. Over decades of sun exposure, the UV radiation can damage the DNA in these melanocyte cells. This damage causes them to go into overdrive. Instead of producing melanin evenly when you're in the sun, these damaged cells start clumping together and continuously overproducing melanin in small concentrated areas. This excess pigment gets deposited in the top layer of the skin, forming a visible dark spot. It's not so much a sign of age as it is a sign of your cumulative sun history. That's why even younger people who use tanning beds can get them. The common belief is that these spots are inevitable, a non-negotiable part of aging. But that's not the full story. While we can't erase a lifetime of sun, we can interrupt the process that keeps these spots dark and prevents new ones from forming. And that's where our hero mineral comes into play. To understand the solution, we first need to understand the enemy. The damage from UV rays creates something called oxidative stress in our skin cells. Imagine a freshly cut apple turning brown. That's oxidation. A similar process, caused by unstable molecules called free radicals, happens in our bodies. These free radicals are like tiny little vandals bouncing around inside our cells, damaging DNA, proteins, and cell membranes. Oxidative stress is a key driver of the aging process, not just in our skin, but throughout our entire body. So how do we fight back? With antioxidants. Antioxidants are molecules that can neutralize these harmful free radicals, protecting our cells from damage. Your body produces some antioxidants naturally, and you get many more from the food you eat. This brings us to our mineral. We'll explore the science behind age spots, what causes them, and how this amazing mineral works to diminish their appearance on multiple levels. This mineral is a critical cofactor for one of your body's most powerful, naturally produced antioxidant enzyme. It's called superoxide dismutase, or SOD. Think of SOD as your body's elite frontline defense against one of the most damaging types of free radicals. Without this mineral, your SOD defense system simply cannot function properly. Your skin is left more vulnerable to the oxidative stress that leads to those dark spots. Furthermore, this mineral plays a direct role in regulating the very enzyme responsible for producing melanin, which is called tyrosinase. It helps to keep tyrosinase in check, preventing it from going haywire and overproducing pigment. And finally, it is absolutely essential for DNA repair and healthy cell turnover. When your skin cells can properly repair the DNA damage caused by the sun, they are less likely to become pigment-producing factories. And with healthy cell turnover, the older, hyperpigmented cells on the surface are more effectively shed and replaced with new, healthy, evenly toned cells. So, it's a three-threat against age spots. It powers up your natural antioxidant defenses. It helps to regulate pigment production at the source. And it supports the repair and renewal of healthy skin cells. This isn't just theory, it's backed by a wealth of dermatological research. Studies have shown its effectiveness both when applied topically and when taken internally through diet and supplementation.
So, are you ready for the big reveal? The one simple, powerful mineral that can help you stop age spots after 60 is zinc. That's right, humble zinc. It's not some exotic, hard-to-find ingredient. It's an essential mineral your body needs for over 300 different enzymatic functions, including a robust immune system, wound healing, and, as we've just learned, maintaining clear, healthy skin. Get ready for the big reveal on this mineral. It's not only effective, but also easy to incorporate into your daily routine. So, let's talk about the practical, actionable steps. How can you leverage the power of zinc starting today? There are 3 key ways. First, topically, with sunscreen. This is non-negotiable and your most important defensive move. You need to look for a mineral or physical sunscreen that lists zinc oxide as its primary active ingredient. Unlike chemical sunscreens that absorb UV radiation and convert it to heat, zinc oxide forms a physical barrier on top of your skin, reflecting and scattering the harmful UV rays away before they can penetrate and do damage. It's incredibly effective, provides broad-spectrum protection against both UVA and UVB rays, and is often better tolerated by sensitive skin. Make applying a zinc oxide sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher to your face, neck, and hands a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth, rain or shine, indoors or out. Second, internally, through your diet. You can powerfully support your skin from within by eating zinc-rich foods. Your body absorbs nutrients from food wonderfully. Here are some of the best sources. Oysters. They are the undisputed champions of zinc content. Red meat, especially beef and lamb. A modest portion can provide a significant amount of your daily needs. Shellfish, such as crab and lobster. Legumes, think chickpeas, lentils, and beans. A great option for plant-based diets. Seeds, Pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds are nutritional powerhouses packed with zinc. Nuts, cashews, and almonds are excellent choices. Dairy, milk, yogurt, and cheese provide zinc. Oatmeal, a fantastic way to start your day with a dose of zinc. Focus on incorporating a variety of these whole foods into your meals. Third, internally through supplementation. For some individuals, especially if their diet is lacking or they have absorption issues, a zinc supplement can be beneficial. And I cannot stress this enough. You must speak with your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new supplement, including zinc. This is critical. They can assess if you actually need it, recommend the proper dosage for you, and make sure it doesn't interfere with any medications you're taking. Excessive zinc can interfere with another important mineral, copper, and can cause side effects. A typical safe supplemental dose is often in the range of 15 to 30 milligrams per day, and it's often best taken in forms like zinc picolate or zinc gluconate, which are known for better absorption. But again, this is a conversation for you and your doctor. Science gives us the how, but stories give us the why. The connection between taking care of ourselves and rediscovering our joy is a powerful one. This reminds me of a beautiful story about a woman named Eleanor Vance, which I believe perfectly illustrates the journey we are discussing today. At 72, Eleanor Vance felt like she was fading. 5 years after her husband, Robert, had passed, her world had become quiet and small. Robert had been her sunshine, and together they'd lived a life outdoors, raising a family and tending a large garden under a warm, welcoming sun. Now, that same sun felt harsh, and the dark spots that dotted her hands and cheeks felt like a physical record of her loss. To Eleanor, they weren't just age spots, they were marks of a life that felt finished. She found herself hiding her hands in pockets, avoiding mirrors, and politely declining social invitations. The spots had become a symbol of her invisibility. One Tuesday, a brightly colored flyer on a community bulletin board caught her eye. It read, "Join the Oakwood Community Garden Spring Revival." That word, revival, resonated deep within her. On an impulse she couldn't quite explain, she tore off the phone number. It was the first unplanned thing she had done in years. After a few days of hesitation, she made the call. Her first day at the garden was daunting, but just as she was about to retreat, a woman with a wide-brimmed sun hat and a radiant smile approached her. "You must be Eleanor," she beamed. "I'm Maria. We are so thrilled to have you."
Maria, a retired nurse, was a force of nature. She quickly took Eleanor under her wing, teaching her how to coax life from the soil. One sunny afternoon, Maria paused her work to pull a tube from her bag, squeezing a thick white cream onto her hands and face. "Can't forget the war paint," she chuckled. "What's that?" Eleanor asked. "My secret weapon," Maria said. "Zinc oxide sunscreen. My dermatologist swears by it, says it's the best shield against the sun, and it helps keep our skin healthy and strong." She said it so matter-of-factly, with such kindness. Eleanor glanced at her own hands, murmuring, "I have so many spots." Maria looked at her with gentle, knowing eyes. "My dear, those are just signs of a life lived, but it's never too late to give our skin the support it needs. It's an organ after all. It needs nourishment and protection." That single, simple conversation was the seed. That evening, Eleanor opened her laptop and researched zinc. She learned how it protected the skin from the outside and supported cell repair from the inside. A quiet revival began in Eleanor's life. It started with one small intentional act. She bought a tube of zinc oxide sunscreen. Her next trip to the grocery store included zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and oatmeal. She even consulted her doctor, feeling empowered for the first time in years to take charge of her own health. A new ritual formed. Each morning, before heading to the garden, she would mindfully apply her sunscreen. This small act became a profound promise to herself. I am worthy of care. I am still growing. Months passed. As her tomato plants grew heavy with fruit, Eleanor's life also filled with new abundance. The garden became her sanctuary and her social hub. She laughed, shared her harvest, and made new friends. She was no longer hiding from the sun. She was thriving in it, protected and prepared. Late that summer, the garden held a harvest festival. Eleanor and Maria ran a small stall, their hands covered in honest dirt and a protective layer of sunscreen, arranging vegetables. When a local photographer asked for a picture, Eleanor smiled without a moment's hesitation. A week later, Maria showed her the town newsletter. There, on the front page, was the photo. She stared at the image of the woman with silver hair and bright, joyful eyes. She saw a woman who was vibrant, present, and happy. It took her a moment to realize it was herself. She looked down at her own hands. The spots were still there, of course, but they seemed softer, lighter. Her skin looked healthier, but the real transformation was invisible. Her perception had completely changed. They were no longer marks of shame. They were gardener's hands, hands that had cultivated life, built friendships, and cared for herself. They told a story that didn't end with Robert, but continued with a new chapter she was writing herself. Eleanor realized her journey hadn't started with a desire to erase her past, but with the choice to plant a seed for her future. The zinc was simply the tool, the water and sunlight that allowed her own spirit to bloom once more. Eleanor's story is a beautiful reminder that taking that first small step in caring for our physical selves can open the door to renewing our entire spirit. Confidence doesn't come from erasing our history, but from embracing our present and having the courage to keep growing. So, to wrap up, we've uncovered the truth about age spots. They aren't just an inevitable part of getting older. They are a sign of accumulated sun damage and oxidative stress. We've discussed how the essential mineral zinc can help stop age spots in their tracks and boost your skin's health through its incredible triple-action power. As a topical shield in the form of zinc oxide sunscreen, as an internal antioxidant booster through zinc-rich foods, and potentially as a targeted supplement under the guidance of your doctor. By taking this three-pronged approach, you are not just fading existing spots, you are actively preventing new ones from forming and supporting your skin's overall health and resilience. You are empowering yourself with the tools to help your skin reflect the vitality you feel on the inside. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps our channel grow and reach others who might benefit from this information. Now we'd love to hear from you. What has been your experience with age spots? Are you already a fan of zinc-rich foods or zinc oxide sunscreen? Please share your thoughts and any questions you may have in the comment section below. We read every single one. And don't forget to check out our next video, popping up on your screen right now, for more great tips on aging vibrantly. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to your health and your beautiful skin at every age.